Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Starting to see a few clouds pop up out there this morning and seeing those winds starting to pick up with peak winds of 25 miles per hour in the last hour or so. Expecting a similar day to what we saw yesterday, where we'll see clouds on the increase as well as increasing winds as we get into the afternoon. And we'll see a chance of a few late afternoon, early evening light showers pushing through the area. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have an area of low pressure over the New England region, as well as an upper level low just southwest of that, and that's going to slowly move eastward as we go through today and through the day on tomorrow. So it's going to keep this similar pattern of afternoon clouds and some breezy conditions. We'll start to see some relief from that as we get into Sunday, as this area of high pressure builds eastward and controls the forecast for Sunday into Monday. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's sounding, we have some west-northwesterly winds through much of the column. A little more westerly in the mid-levels, seeing our peak wind today of 43 knots at 25,000 feet, and the freezing level today is at 3,400 feet. Looking at the current visible satellite, we see plenty of sun over the local area, starting to see a little bit of a cumulus field develop on the southern peninsula. Off to the northwest, some additional cloud cover that will be building down towards our area as we move through the day today. So looking at the short-term high-resolution model, see how things play out in the next 48 hours. Again, we're expecting those clouds to continue building into the region as we go through the day today, particularly as we get into the afternoon, becoming mostly cloudy, as well as some breezy conditions. We'll see a chance of a few light showers as we pass the 1600 local time frame, and nothing too significant with this. No real lightning threat expected with this, and as we get past the 20 local time frame, we should see most of that moving off to the southeast. And then going overnight into the morning hours of Saturday, we'll see clouds on the decrease, as well as those winds starting to relax a bit. And then as we go into our day on Saturday, we'll continue to see a similar pattern where as we get into the afternoon hours, we'll see increasing clouds. We'll see some breezy conditions through the day on Saturday as well. Not looking as likely we'll see any precip going through the day on Saturday, just a very slight chance of maybe a light sprinkle pushing through the area, again during the late afternoon, early evening, but that's not looking very likely at this time. Going overnight into Sunday, we'll start to see the same pattern with those clouds breaking up and the wind starting to relax as we get into the day on Sunday. If we zoom out and look at the longer-term model here, we'll see high pressure builds into the region for late Sunday and into the day on Monday, setting up dry conditions. And we should see partly cloudy conditions for most of the day on Monday for the solar eclipse, but we'll see periods of some increasing clouds as we have some showers moving in off to the west, but not expecting those showers to make it into the local area, just some increasing clouds with that activity. Otherwise, as we go overnight into Tuesday, we'll continue with dry conditions, and we'll move into a bit of a warming trend as we get into the middle of the week next week. And looking dry for Tuesday, but as we get into Wednesday, looks like we could see a chance of a few afternoon showers around in the area, but that better chance of rain looks to be as we get into the later portion of the week on Thursday, and more so as we get into Friday. So looking at a wet into next week. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, starting off with the yellow risk for those winds at or above 25 knots, seeing that increase to an orange risk as we get past 12 local time, and holding on until about 20 local this evening. We'll see those winds generally out of the west-northwest, 10 to 15 knots, with peak winds up around 25 knots. We'll see our temperature get up to around 57 degrees this afternoon, and as we get past 1600 local or 4 p.m., we'll see that yellow risk for some precip as that chance of a few light showers pushing through the area. Again, not expecting any lightning with that activity at this time. As we go into the evening time frame, we'll see those clouds on decrease, becoming mostly clear as we get into the morning of Saturday, and we'll see the winds become less gusty, but remaining a slight breeze out of the northwest at 9 to 14 knots, with temperatures cooling down to around 38 degrees for Saturday morning. So move through today, expecting our ceilings to develop this afternoon around 4,000 feet. Could see them lower to around 3,000 feet with any shower activity moving into the area, and then again seeing those skies clearing as we go into the morning of Saturday. But Right now, tide's running about a foot above normal. If we look at the extended forecast here, we'll see mostly cloudy and breezy conditions on Saturday once again, high around 55 degrees, and as we go into Sunday, we'll see our lows in the upper 30s and our high in the mid-50s once again, but a little more sunshine expected on Sunday. That continues as we go into Monday with a slightly warmer day with a high around 60 degrees, and again some increasing clouds later in the day with that shower activity off to the west, and we'll see partly to mostly cloudy conditions and a warmer day on Tuesday with a high around 67, and we'll see a low around 48 degrees. And as we get into the middle and end of the week, we'll see our lows in the low 50s and our highs in the mid to upper 60s with mostly cloudy conditions on Wednesday. We'll have that chance of some PM showers, looking at about 25% chance at this time. Still a little far out to narrow that down, but going into Thursday, it looks like a better chance, about a 40% chance of seeing some showers around, as well as some slightly breezy conditions. So that's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again Monday at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend.